Hey everyone, this is Derek Bros with the Conscious Resistance Network. Today we are going to talk about my latest article regarding digital identities, specifically digital driver's licenses, or what are known sometimes as mobile driver's licenses, and even more specifically, we're going to focus on North America, the United States specifically, and Mexico. That's a lot of specifically. We're going to talk all about digital identities and what it means for travel, what it means for potential COVID restrictions, for climate change, how it ties into all of that. We'll also be reviewing some of my past work on this topic. So I want to encourage you guys, before we get into it, to bookmark my website, theconsciousresistance.com. The Conscious Resistance on any platform you're on. You can probably find us there, especially alternative media platforms like Odyssey, BitChute, Rockfin, Hive, Blockchain. We're all over the place. You can also find us on Spotify and Facebook, all the usual places. And if you're listening on YouTube, guys, we're barely hanging on. I've had 2 strikes in the last couple weeks. I don't even really pay attention to it anymore. There's so much better places to watch my content than YouTube. And in fact, over the last month, they've taken down 2 videos, which are currently available other places, right? So they've taken them down off YouTube, but they're still available elsewhere. So I don't know why you're following there. Anyways, let's go ahead and get into it. What final thing, though, is just to remind you guys, if you're new to my content, scroll down here to the middle of our website. You can see everything about my content, from what is the conscious resistance. You can look at my investigations, my documentaries. You can download my books, learn about agorism and the exit and build philosophy. You can listen to my presentations I've been doing for the last decade. You can look at my content via topic, technocracy, COVID, agorism, motivational, walk and talks, 9/11 truth. Stay tuned for more 9/11 stuff coming up. The Finders, Epstein, the occult, anarchism, Utah ritual abuse, 5G, and I'm going to add some more soon. So I've made this easy for you to digest, so please make use of it. All right, let's get into it. This article is, as all my content, coming from The Last American Vagabond. Go to The Last American Vagabond to get informed as well. Ryan is constantly doing amazing work. I'm part of the team. You can go over here to team, see myself, Whitney Webb, lots of other writers here. You can go down here, click on my name. You'll get my latest articles always. So just want to make sure if you want to find my written content, you might want to follow The Last American Vagabond. And here's my latest article, as I said, dealing with digital driver's licenses, mobile driver's licenses in the United States, in Mexico. And, you know, have you guys seen the website Big Sis? And there's probably a couple others, but that's just the one that comes to mind right now. These are websites that allow you to kind of design kind of like mind maps where you can show relationships. Like you could say, here's Bill Gates's foundation and Bill Gates connects to this person, and you create a mind little map. And I did it before when it came to investigating Lena Hidalgo here in Houston in the Harris County area and the Arnold Foundation, and just showing some of those connections. I'm going to be working on another one with all the pieces of the puzzle of individuals who are involved in the digital identity push. So this one's talking about digital driver's licenses specifically. I'm going to name some names here, but let's go to my other article I wrote back in February of this year. Who is the Better Identity Coalition? And this is worth reading as well. These will all be in the show notes. And it shows how the Better Identity Coalition, they're just this think tank out there issuing reports about steps that theoretically the United States government, federal and state lawmakers should follow. So that's how it tends to happen. You have these think tanks and kind of foundations writing policy papers, and wouldn't you know it, the governments tend to follow or at least get pretty close to what they wish. So I started looking into who is the Better Identity Coalition. We can also go back to this one I wrote in May of 2022, so more than a year ago, exposing the digital ID is a human rights scam, because that's the way they're selling it to people, especially in Mexico and Africa. Man, they are getting their hands hard and deep into Africa for all kinds of reasons, but definitely for the reasons of pushing digital identities and biometrics on people. So we're seeing that happen. And of course, the idea that digital ID is a human right, that largely comes from the Sustainable Development Goals, the SDGs, that deal with digital identity. And so this is how it's being sold to people. In this article, I get even more into the network of people that are involved in pushing the SDG number 16, which again deals with digital identity, and the idea that digital identity is a human right that we should fight for now, and that, you know, where it's so sad that people are not having their faces scanned and their eyes and their retinas scanned, because we all know that that's the best thing for human rights. And there's another article I wrote while I'm at it. Might as well just pull it up real quick, because as you can see, I talk about digital identity a lot. I feel like I don't want to say the word expert, but I'm well researched on this topic because I've been researching it for years. I wrote about it in my book, How to Opt Out of the Technocratic State, back in 2019, published in 2020. There's an article I wrote a couple months ago, a couple weeks ago, about the recently launched WorldCoin, coming from Homeboy, dealing with AI. It's in here somewhere. All right, I can't find it right now. I write a lot of articles, but talking about how Sam Altman from the WorldCoin, from the AI company, he's also going to sit with the Bilderberg Group. You sitting with CFR, Council on Foreign Relations, all the different connections. So digital identities are in our face. It is being pushed. Obviously, before it was being pushed, here it is being pushed in relation to COVID-19 and vaccine passports, immunity passports. But that was all just a Trojan horse to get people to accept things like digital identities. And digital identities are going to go hand in hand with social credit scores and digital currencies. Here you go. Sam Altman, Artificial Intelligence, the Bilderberg Group, and WorldCoin. He's the CEO of OpenAI. He was speaking in front of Congress or the Senate recently, and also speaking to the Bilderberg Group. And now they've officially launched WorldCoin, where people stare into this so-called orb and they get tokens that are supposed to someday maybe be valuable. So let's talk about digital driver's licenses. A so-called digital or mobile driver's licenses, these are rolling out across the United States. And you can go back to 2005 and look at the Real ID law passing back in 2005 because of 9/11, of course. 9/11, terrorism, got to keep you safe, blah, blah, blah. In order to do this, let's go digital. So back in 2005, they were already talking about a national kind of ID program or card. I don't think at least I didn't. I don't think many people were thinking that it was going to be a digital ID. We were just thinking like, wow, they're trying to push a national ID card so they can track us everywhere they go. And that was already kind of crazy. And people have pushed against it, which is why it is now 2023. And the Real ID program is not a complete program around the United States. It is a program that has been slowed down numerous times and delayed numerous times by different states. But by and large, more and more states in the United States have accepted the Real ID program. And part of that is upgrading and digitizing IDs and driver's licenses. So you might be hearing more about this if you live in the United States, and even if not, I'm sure there's similar programs where you live, because this is a global program being pushed by the United Nations, the World Economic Forum, the World Bank, and the UN. They're funding programs like Identification for Development, which is known as ID4D. They're pushing digital biometric programs in Mexico. Again, it's about SDGs. This is an international thing. It's not just going to happen in the United States, but the United States is where it's rapidly moving right now. So these MDLs, or mobile driver's licenses, they come in 3 different forms, including proprietary apps, which are owned by local, state, or national governments. Then there are state-approved apps like Smart ID, and then the Apple Wallet itself, which apparently 4 states are currently using to host their digital driver's licenses. This is going to be an app where you would scan the front and back of your physical driver's license, then verify your ID with a selfie, probably, like scanning your face, your eyes at the same time. It's that biometric data. Then once you're identified, the user can begin using their digital ID as they would be using a physical card. Now, apparently, this is something that Twitter is thinking about doing as well. Actually, I didn't write this. This is Ryan Christian, who's the editor, of course. He edited in this tweet. I hadn't even seen it. X is seemingly working on and adding a government ID verification with Israeli digital ID company AU10TIX to verify by ID. Users will have to upload a selfie and photo of a government ID. Yeah, it does sound very similar. So you can see how they're, and that's the thing, is Elon Musk wants Twitter, now X, to be the everything app, like China's WeChat app, to be seamless, integrated with your license, your ID, your money, everything. So not a good thing. I will be leaving that platform soon enough myself. In May 2021, the American Civil Liberties Union, they discussed the efforts to mandate digital driver's licenses, and in a report titled Identity Crisis, the ACLU warned that these digital driver's license, quote, raises the danger that there will be no balanced assessment of the costs and benefits of such a system, and that we will adopt the systems that do not strike the right balance between the needs for identification, security, and convenience, and Americans' well-founded aversion to government and corporate surveillance and regimentation. The ACLU senior policy analyst Jay Stanley said the switch to digital identities would have big implications for American life. Quote, if not done just right, digital driver's licenses could be disastrous for privacy, increase inequity, and lead to pervasive ID checks within American life, including on the internet. The first version of an electronic ID appeared in Mexico as far back as 2007, which is kind of crazy to think that early they were working on this already in Mexico, with this company called Gemalto. It was called the Smart Card. Gemalto was an international digital security company which focused on smart cards, tokens, and digital wallets. The Smart Card was deployed for use in Monterrey, Nuevo León, which is near the Texas border. In 2016, the U.S. National Institute of Standards and Technology, NIST, partnered with the Gemalto to pilot the, quote, digital driver's license in Washington, D.C., Idaho, Colorado, Maryland, and Wyoming. Colorado would go on to become the first U.S. state to deploy a digital license using QR codes stored in a digital wallet. Coloradans who volunteered for the program would install the DigiDL app on their phones and then download the license. Gemalto, the company behind these first attempts at digital driver's license, was actually purchased in April 2019 by the Thales Group. Thales. It's another one of these driving forces behind the expansion of mobile digital driver's license. So have you ever heard of the Thales Group? If not, I hadn't really. I think I've probably seen them coming across just by searching so many companies like this, but I hadn't really zeroed in on them. And I did a little bit of a dive here. This isn't a full deep dive. I'm sure more information will come out as time comes. But my goal here, as I was saying with these other articles, with Who is the Better Identity Coalition and kind of exposing the different groups, the World Economic Forum, the United Nations, the World Bank, and all these folks who are working on UN digital IDs, identification, ID4D program, all this stuff. I want to create a map here. You also got, of course, people like Sam Altman and WorldCoin and their version of that, facial recognition scanning. I'm going to map out all these connections. And so for me, this is just about making an initial realization that the Thales Group fingerprints are all over these digital ID programs. They are a French multinational corporation which is partially owned by the French government, and they are the 8th largest military weapons contractor in the world. Beginning in 2007, Thales, in cooperation with local partner Cosmocolor, implemented the first Mexican smart card driving license in Nuevo León. As I said, Thales has expanded their technology to the Mexican states of Mexico, Veracruz, and Sonora. With over 127 million inhabitants and some 55 million drivers, there are many potential benefits for migration to smart card driver's license in Mexico, they state on their website. They're also involved in bringing digital driver's licenses to the U.S. In Arizona. They recently signed a 3-year contract with Thales to develop the licenses and make them available to the public. They made them available to the public this year, March 2023. Thales has developed similar plans with the Florida Department of Highway Safety. They're also saying they're going to make Florida the, quote, first state in the U.S. to provide mobile driver's licenses with leading-edge security mechanisms which are fully compliant with rigorous national and international standards. It seems, though, that there's some evidence that Floridians are not even using the Thales-funded mobile driver's license so far, so that's a positive sign. They're also working on digital driver's license and ID card solutions in 18 different jurisdictions in the North American region, including Alaska, Colorado, Florida, Georgia, Hawaii, Idaho, Maryland, New Brunswick, New Hampshire, New York, Newfoundland, and Labrador, Nova Scotia, Prince Edward Island, Quebec, Texas, Washington, D.C., Wyoming, and Arizona. So this really is a North America thing that they're focused on. Thales Group also recently celebrated the TSA's expansion of digital ID programs. Quote, the TSA is rolling out a new version of its credential authentication technology, CAT scanners, to airports across the country so they can accept digital credentials. Oh, isn't that convenient? And these credentials are apparently, these are readers that allow TSA pre-check travelers to use mobile driver's license, and the TSA can verify it. They're also promoting these things in Australia. They have operations in 56 different countries, so it's likely, very high likelihood that these digital ID programs under Thales Group are going to expand. And I kind of just went a little deeper here on this part, just showing how people have been warning about, including myself, but other organizations have been warning about digital identity. As recently as June 2022, I wrote an article how the Center for Human Rights and Global Justice at the New York University School of Law, they put out a 100-page report detailing the growing dangers of reliance on digital identity around the world. The report was titled Paving a Digital Road to Hell, and it talked about the role that the World Bank and this international network that I'm talking about is doing to push these programs. And this is just one kind of section from there. They talk about the World Bank, the ID4D program I've mentioned a couple times. They say that these programs were started with a catalytic investment from the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, the Omidyar Network, which is Pierre Omidyar. If you don't know who he is, you need to know who he is. as well as various governments. That report stated, quote, "We have noted that the World Bank and its ID40 initiative do not stand alone in pursuing the digital ID agenda. They exist within a global network of organizations and individuals. In addition to governments like the UK, US, and France, philanthropic foundations, and banks, the NYU report also points a finger at, quote, private biometrics corporations like IDEMIA, Theos, and Gemalto." So there they are noted right there. And as I note here, there are probably going to be some more articles I'll do in terms of digital identity by specifically looking at what's going on in Africa, because it says here that new networks such as the Global System for Mobile Communications and ID for Africa have played a role in expanding digital ID programs. And so I want to focus more on that and who those organizations are. But Theos is not just pushing digital identity. As I mentioned, they are the 8th largest military-industrial complex contractor in the world, and they have been partnered with other military-industrial complex alum, Raytheon, since 2001, when they combined their radar and communication systems divisions. They created a company, and this is how creative they are. Thales Raytheon Systems. Well, that's nice. And it's 50% owned by each of them. In 2016, they restructured their partnership to focus exclusively on NATO agencies and NATO member states. So Raytheon and Thales are definitely like military-industrial complex companies aligned with the Western military-industrial complex. So that is who Thales is. They now earn their piece of the puzzle in addition to companies like Gemalto, the ID40 Initiative, World Bank, United Nations, World Economic Forum, the Better Identity Coalition, which, as I said, I encourage you to go back and read this article, and the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, the Omidyar Network. You also got the ID 2020 project, which was funded by the Rockefeller Foundation and, of course, supported from Microsoft and Gavi, the Global Vaccine Alliance, which itself was funded by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation program. So there's just a whole network of people here trying to push digital identity on us from all kinds of different directions. And they're getting pretty far. I mean, there are more and more places that are becoming cashless and expecting you to have digital means of living your life. Now, of course, a card is something most of us have become accustomed to over the years. So that was one of the first steps to getting you used to not needing cash and to just being digital. But when it comes to using your phone for that next step, some of you are already paying with stuff by your scanning your phone. The next thing will be, oh, just show me your digital identity on your phone through some government app. And of course, if you give the government direct access to your phone, they don't even have to spy on you through other means like the NSA and stuff like that, wiretapping. They can just, you download an app and the terms and service are going to say, hey, we can access everything on your phone and use it against you. And then they also mandate that you have to use it eventually, and then you're screwed, right? So this is happening. I encourage you to read the section here of the Exposing Digital ID as a Human Right, Colonization 3.0, and the Future of Identity, if you really want to understand like what this is about and where it's going. And yeah, I think that's it, guys. I'm going to put all the links to this new article, Who's Behind the Push for Digital Driver's Licenses in the US and Mexico and Canada. I should just say North America. Who's the Better Identity Coalition, Exposing the Digital Identity as a Human Right. Sam Altman, this whole story, it'll all be included in the show notes, guys. I appreciate you so much. I want to encourage those of you who really do value my work to visit our About page. You can see here support. You can support my work, support the Conscious Resistance Network in multiple ways. You go to theconsciousresistance.com/invest. You can support me on Buy Me a Coffee if you want to support me on a monthly basis. I got to add here, I'm also on Substack, derekbros.substack. You can send checks, cash in the mail if you want to support to our P.O. box, and of course through crypto if you want to as well. I appreciate that, guys, because of all the work I do producing documentaries, releasing books, publishing those, and I've got some new books coming out with different publishers I'm excited to share about you. I mean, I'm paid for some of those things, but the vast majority I'm not paid. I'm paid for writing articles for Ryan at The Last American Vagabond on a monthly basis, but beyond that, all the other content I produce, the Pyramid of Power, it's all coming out of my own pocket and time, and any support you offer is very much appreciated so we can continue to do this important work. I appreciate you. Until next time, remember, you are powerful, you are beautiful, and you are free.